For this video, we will be talking about slope of a given line. Let's recall, how do we define the slope of a given line? The slope of a given line tells us how steep the given line is. It also gives us the idea what would be the direction of the given line or what line would that be. What I mean is whether the given line leans towards to the right or leans towards to the left or vertical line or horizontal line. The slope can also tells us. Now, how do we get the slope of a given line? So for the formula of the slope of a given line, well, we represent m as the variable for the slope. So m is equal to rise over run or change of y over change of x. But if, for example, if we're given with 2 points whose coordinates are x sub 1, y sub 1, and x sub 2, y sub 2, we use this particular formula. M is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So, how do we use slope in coordinate geometry? So, that's what we're going to talk about. But in this video, we'll only focus on one specific use of the slope of the line in coordinate geometry. And that is in terms of answering the given question, how do we determine if three or more points are collinear? For example, you're given with three or more coordinates, and you want to identify if these coordinates will form a straight line. Or we can say that these these given points are collinear with each other. So, how do we know if the given points form a straight line or these points are collinear with each other? So, we know or we just have to remember that points or if the given points lie on the same line, it must satisfy this particular condition. And that is any 2 points that lie on the same line have the same slope. So what do we mean by this? So if you're given with three or more points, you need to get the slopes of any 2 points, given 2 points from this given points, and you must show that whenever you do or whenever you get the slope of any of these 2 points, you will always get the same slope. So let's try to have some example. Let's have the first one. So for the first one, we want to answer if these three given points are collinear with each other, or does the points 1, 2, 3, 6, and 5, 10 lie on the same line? So take note that this type of question or asking it whether they are collinear or not are just the same. So how do we answer this? So for the first one, we just choose or we just get the slope of any 2 points of these 3 points. And then we just have to show that whenever you do or whenever you get the slope of any 2 points, they will all be just the same. Okay? So in this case, if for example, you've already done the two slopes, well, sometimes it's enough, no? It's enough to say that, okay, these 3 points are already collinear because I've already used two pairs of 2 points to get the slope of the given line. So technically, if they are the same, meaning if I'm going to choose the last pair, it will also be the same with the first two. Or sometimes, if it's not collinear, if, for example, the first two pairs are not the same, then automatic that they are not collinear. Okay, so let's do this. So for the first example, let's have the first pair 1, 2, and 3 comma 6. So this is, let me have this as my first pair. So let me represent my 1 comma 2 as x sub 1, y sub 1, and 3 comma 6 as x sub 2, y sub 2. So we know that the slope of the given line is simply equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So that is simply equal to 6 minus 2 over 3 minus 1, where that's equal to 4 over 2, where that's equal to 2. Next pair. Let's have 1 comma 2 and 5 comma 10. So let's compute for the slope. That's, again, that I'll just represent x sub 1, y sub 1, and x sub 2, y sub 2. So that would be 10 minus 2 is equal to 5 minus 1. So that's equal to 8 over 4, or that's also equal to 2. So as I've mentioned, no, since we've already get the two pairs and they are the same, technically the third one will still be or will still have the slope equal to 2. But to be sure, you can get the slope of the last pair, which is 3 comma 6 and 5 comma 10. So the slope is simply equal to 10 minus 6 over 5 minus 3. So that is equal to 4 over 2 equals 2. So look at this. Any 2 points on this given 3 points are or have or will result to the same slope. So therefore, we can say that since all the slopes of any 2 points of this given 3 points have the same slope, then these 3 points are collinear. Okay, so to answer the question, therefore, yes, they lie on the same line. Okay, now let us have some examples. How about this one? That's the point 0, 5, 0, comma, negative 9, and 3, comma 6 collinear. So let's check. So let's have the first one, which is 0, comma 5, and 0, comma, negative 9. So x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So that would be m is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So that's equal to negative 9 minus 5 over 0 minus 0. So take note, this is negative 14 over 0, or that is undefined. It's okay. Okay? It's okay to just write the slope as undefined. It doesn't matter. Meaning, if the other one or if the other set of points are also undefined, then that's the time that we could say that they are collinear with each other. But if it's not, then it means that they are not collinear. So next, we try 0, comma 5, and 3, comma 6. So x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So m is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So that's 6 minus 5 over 3 minus 0, or that is equal to 1/3. And take note that these two slopes are not the same. Okay, so since they are not the same, therefore, no, they are not collinear. This would be the answer to this question. Now, let's have the last example. So for the last example, you have three set or a set of 3 points. But the x coordinate of the other point or of one point in these 3 points are not given. So in this case, it is said here or it is given in the problem that all these 3 points must be collinear. So we want to get the value of x. So how do we do that? We just simply choose any 2 points and then equate the slope to get the value of x. So let's choose some points. The first one, for the first equation, we can use the points x, comma negative 1 and 4, comma 2. And then for the second one, equation, we could use 4, comma 2 and 5, comma 5. So for the slope, m equals, let's say, x sub 1, x sub 2, x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay. So that's y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So that would be equal to 2 plus 1 over 4 minus x. Then, for the second equation, we will have m equals 5 minus 2 over 5 minus 4. Again, x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So that's equal to 3 over 1, or that is equal to 3. Take note, it is said here that they are collinear, so meaning that this and this must be equal. Okay, so to get the value of x, I will just equate the two values. So that would be, therefore, it would be 2 plus 1 over 4 minus x equals 3. So I can now just write 3 over 4 minus x is equal to 3. So we just multiply both sides by 4 minus x, 4 minus x, cancel. So 3 equals 3 times 4 minus x. Simplifying this equation, we'll have 3 equals 12 minus 3x, or that is equal to negative 3 minus 12 equals negative 3x. So that's equal to negative 9 equals negative 3x. Divide both sides by negative 3. So therefore, we can have x equals 3.